Andrew Vickers here, statistician at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center out on the streets of Brooklyn. Here's a story from when I was first learning statistics. I was analyzing this data set and the data happened to be normally distributed, and I mentioned this to my professor, and suddenly he starts becoming really excited and calling people over and saying oh my, and making out as if it was some kind of really big deal. So I'm asking him about it, and he says it's the first normal distribution he's actually seen in quite a long time. And it turns out that in some areas of statistics it's actually not very normal to see a normal distribution. And to find out a little bit more why, I'm going to take a maths quiz. Oh, sir, math quiz, free math quiz? Well, this isn't working.
Okay, you guys, how much for a cookie and a cup of hot chocolate?
$1 if we should take a short math quiz.
Alright, it's very easy. Okay, there are 27 kids in a class, 12 girls. What percentage is that?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, now we've got a little scoring scheme. Tell me straight away, 10 points, take a little time, we'll call that 8 points. Pen and paper, you need a pen and paper, we'll call it 4 points.
Can I have some paper?
Well, here you go.
12 from 27. That's 4 out of 9, 44.44%.
Wow! You got it. All right. So tell me, what did you do for a living?
I'm a trader on Wall Street.
Oh, yeah, and how'd you get into that?
I'm good at math. I like doing math, and trading's kind of like doing math all day.
Ah, I remember that. Well, let's go see our results. So, what do we got?
Well, most people scored around 3 or 4 on the math quiz, but then you had a few up here scoring up way higher than everyone else.
Like Mr. Wall Street?
Right.
Okay, so this isn't a normal distribution. It's not the bell curve. It's sort of skewed off to the right. Sometimes the way the world works is that processes add together, like genes for height and weight. But sometimes processes are multiplicative. You like math as a kid, so you get a math job, you do math all day, and then you end up even better at math. And here's another example. You may know that what happens in cancer is that cells divide and grow when they shouldn't. And of course, growth is a multiplication process. 1 cancer cell becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, and so on and so forth. And that means when you look at the amount of cancer in patients' bodies, what you get is something like this. These are some data that we've got from some patients we just treated in the hospital. And you can see that the data are skewed to the right. It looks like that distribution of math scores. Now, there's a few lessons here. First of all, data that derive from processes that involve multiplication are very often skewed to the right. Secondly, because different processes lead to different data distributions, whether that's the weight of people or the amount of cancer in a patient's body, looking at those data distributions can give us an insight into the processes that lead to the data. Thirdly, in some areas of statistics, we don't see the normal distribution very often because they study processes that involve multiplication rather than addition. And that's why sometimes the normal distribution isn't very normal at all.